what are some other essential elements of a great vendor? Like, what is going to captivate the eyes of dealer principals outside of just something that they hear that just might resonate with? What are some other things that you may offer to the table or you would consider your expertise?
Well, knowing that there's a specific place where they can go with total transparency. All right. Nobody wants to be hounded and bombarded. There are some websites that you go on. The minute you click on anything, your phone blows up. And it's the company is calling you. Hey, I saw you were just on our website. When can you come in? Well, if I wanted to
finish my last name yet.
Right. If I wanted to come in, I would have just showed up, but I want to do my research first. Or they just blow you up with email after email. I have one company that wanted to do business with us, and I didn't unsubscribe from them because I just want to see how far can they actually go. Here's a person that contacted me, asked me for time. I scheduled time. Just shortly before the meeting, I get a notification. I'm terribly sorry, but something's come up. I need to reschedule. All right, it's the car business. I get it. So I look at my schedule, I reschedule. Shortly before that next meeting, I get an email. I'm sorry, something's come up. We need to reschedule. My response is, I appreciate life is busy for you, but clearly we're not a good fit because here I've taken 2 dates, marked them on the calendar to spend time with you because you wanted to find out more about us. And it's not important enough for you to honor that commitment. So I think I'm going to pass on any further communication with you. And then what happens is they shift you into the spam bucket. So now every day I get a different piece of spam from this company promoting products that that bring no value to me. I'm not a dealership, so I don't really care about what they do with inventory. They couldn't honor and respect the time to have a conversation to find out how we can benefit each other. So, that's kind of one of the examples about how you vet them.
Well, it's funny how you talk about almost like the reputation management of, once you get a fish on the hook and then you do nothing with the fish, right? What does that do for the dealer? Well, they don't want to talk to that person anymore. Kelly is really great at this, and he can chime in if he wishes, but want to ask you a question because we live in the digital age, right? So now a lot of that one-on-one, maybe that phone conversation that used to happen, dealers are already like with your business, they're already vetting people online, right? So talk to me about this. How critical is it for a vendor to establish itself online, like in the form of, SEO, search engine visibility and reputation management? Or, in other words, how important is a business to make sure that they are visible in a positive perspective when that dealer goes shopping?
It's critical, absolutely critical. Most people today don't put themselves out there for whatever reason. But you have to remember, everybody's always watching. They may not comment, they may not interact with the post publicly, but rest assured they're watching. Sometimes you'll see the dealer or a company will check out your LinkedIn profile to see what you're all about. It's important to put out content to kind of brand yourself out there.
Oh, absolutely.
And the mistake that a lot of people make is, everybody's a podcaster today. They all of a sudden become the next podcast sensation. They buy the microphone, they buy the camera, and all this crap to start something and then not finish it. So they'll start all gung-ho for a while, and then they'll disappear. And then a few months later, they'll come back. Hey, it's me again. You haven't seen me in a while. Some stuff's come up, but I'm back now. And then when they come back for that second time, they put on maybe 2-3 episodes maximum, and then they're gone for good. And then you're on to the next cycle. So you got to put out content. You need to be consistent. But when I say consistent and putting out content, that doesn't mean just blowing up the airwaves with filler content. Right?
Right.
There are people that talk a lot but say nothing. You need to put out good content. Look, if you don't, content's hard to come up with. If you don't have it for that day or those 2 or 3 days, don't put it out. But to put something out just for the sake of putting it out, I don't feel that's necessarily a good thing. And there are probably many that would disagree with that. But I think that if you put out regular content and you give back to the community, which has been good to you, people will start to notice. The whole concept of everybody's always watching is one that came later on for me. I'm going into the third year of my Paul Meijer Sunday Night Live show on LinkedIn. And I have a lot of people that always reach out to connect. And I thank them and I say, how did you hear about me? Have you seen my show? And I'll hear from them, I haven't seen your show, but my friend or my boss or my coworker watches your show all the time. I said, really? Well, who's that? Find out who that is. You go, sure enough, you go look on LinkedIn and you connected a while ago, sometimes 2, 3 years ago, but have never seen any kind of interaction online, yet that person's always watching. And when you pick up the phone and you have a conversation with somebody who you've been in tandem on LinkedIn with or in the social media space, and they quote something that you said a few years ago, well, that tells you if they know that, they've been watching you since a few years ago. So that's why good content and consistency is key. If you don't have something good, skip that day.